Hello and welcome back to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. I've been very busy recently, so I haven't had a chance to upload as much as I would like. So obviously I want to try and get back to obviously once a day, if possible. Working on a few different things in the background, potentially a few different projects. So it might be interesting. Might have some good news for you at some point, which I think you might be excited about. Today we're going to be looking at RITESTREAM again. The reason why is that they've kind of given us an idea about how their staking rewards are going to be laid out, and I think it's quite interesting. For those of you not familiar with Rite, this is obviously the RITESTREAM website. There's actually a really good thread here by this is ads, so it's at ads_b, who says, time for a deep dive thread. Today I'm looking at the awesome RITESTREAM project token, Rite. If you're interested in investments that give you lots of additional perks, then look no further. Let's explore the 5 pillars of the RITESTREAM's ecosystem. So complimentary regular airdrops, exclusive content, access limited edition memorabilia, be credited in TV shows or movies, which I think that's a nice perk, interactions with cast and crew, and the ability to have influence on the direction of a show, which I think is good, because some people, like, when a show's coming to an end, they don't like the ending, or they're not happy about it. You've got a chance to actually feed this back in now, directly with the people who create the show, as opposed to trying to go through internet forums and fan groups and stuff. Interactions with cast and crew, and the availability to have influence on the direction of a show. A bumper list of perks. Let's explore the 5 pillars. So you've got RITESTREAM Plus, which is access to hundreds of hours of TV and movies, currently free but not for long. And when staking Rite, you can gain access to premium content such as the upcoming Crypto Nights show, which is the Web3 Shark Tank. I'll show you Crypto Nights just shortly, because we have got a new night. Rite app, it's a gamification mobile app that allows you to shape outcomes, win prizes, and more, coming soon. You collect glimmers to vote by staking your Rite. Again, there is something I don't quite like about the Rite staking, but I'll show you that shortly. It's only a personal thing. I think that it's still a good thing to do. Excuse me, still can't shift this cough. So, real world asset launchpads. You can pursue real world asset NFTs from which you can fund the production of new TV shows. Also, you gain a share of rewards and airdrops. The number of Rite tokens you stake determines your allocation of NFTs. The night's private sale. You can gain access to very exclusive deals with big discounts. We're talking tier 1 venture capital type deals. Allocation is again dependent on how much Rite you are staking. Finally, the burn mechanism for Rite, which is tied to all of the above benefits. The burn mechanism is in place to be a key driver for long-term value and sustainability of the Rite token. More details about this mechanism can be found here, which we'll touch on just now. Also, just wanted to say as well, thank you to all of our community, the people who have joined the Telegram, everything like that, people who have subscribed, people who like the videos and commented. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Thank you very much for sticking with us over the past couple of weeks. It's been a bit of a difficult time, so thank you. You are, the real ones in all of this, so thank you very much. Here is the RITESTREAM burn mechanism. So they're thrilled to announce an innovative design to boost the long-term value and sustainability at the heart of our ecosystem, the Rite token. So the mechanism involves a 5% burn for every transaction done within the ecosystem. If you've missed our previous article about our staking benefits, you can find that article here. So to enhance the long-term sustainability of our token for every transaction across the RITESTREAM ecosystem, RITESTREAM Plus, Rite app, the RWA Launchpad, Night's private sale, and the secret ecosystem, which we haven't been given privy access to at this minute, will announce in February. 5% of the transaction value will be used to buy and permanently burn Rite tokens from circulation. So on the RITESTREAM app is where you can enjoy the hundreds of hours of TV shows, which is obviously currently free, but again, it will be chargeable shortly. I think more in Rite, but staking Rite gives you the chance to access select premium content. And how will they burn when you use the RITESTREAM app? So every purchase of RITESTREAMs plus NFT is 5% of the fee is used to buy back and burn Rites, which is good. The Rite app itself, so for every transaction on the Rite app, less Apple and Android store fees will take 5% to buy and burn Rite. With the Real World Asset Launchpad, for every transaction to buy allocations on the Real World Asset Launchpad, USDT, 5% will be used to swap to Rite and then burn. The Night's private sale, so for every transaction to buy allocations in the Night's private sale, again, USDT, 5% will be used to swap to Rite and burn. And then obviously the secret one, which they will give us information about, I'm sure, shortly. Then we have a quick look at this. So this is on Crypto Nights. So we'll have a look at the Crypto Nights thing here, because it's interesting. It has changed slightly in terms of its the website. So you've now got, I think it's 5 that they show you here. So I'll scroll down to that. So this is the Crypto Nights, which is like the Shark Tank one. So you've got Iron Legacy, which is coming soon. That's night 1. Night 2 is Photon Vanguard. Night 3, Ember Brigade. Night 4, the Frostweave. Night 5, Order of the Lotus. But what we have got now is this guy. So this is Brian D. Evans, who enters the halls of the Crypto Nights. We bring you Brian D. Evans, and he's an entrepreneur, a 40 under 40 honoree for 2023. Who's now stepping in as our newest knight with over 1 million followers. Brian has his finger on the pulse of Web3, crypto, AI, and gaming, solidifying his position as a visionary in the industry. Brian is also a seasoned investor, a digital marketer, at Forbes and Rolling Stone author, and judge on the next crypto gem. Fresh off the cover of Gen 3 magazine, Brian now has his sights set on Crypto Nights. Here's your chance to invest with Brian on the show. Stake Rite for allocations into the Night's private sale. So we've got this as well. So this is where the actual article comes from. So RITESTREAM is a community-driven project that values your feedback. This is our way of saying thanks to all those that stake their right, no matter what tier. Each tier will have its own random weekly airdrop. You are no longer competing with higher tiers, and your chance of winning the drop depends on how much you are staking within your tier. That's not all. We've made a list of tiers simple and added a frequently asked questions. Now, I do kind of like the fact that it is much more accessible if you're at the bottom levels of the tiers as opposed to the high ones too. But what I wasn't too keen on, I'll just show you this. It's not a massive deal breaker in any way. But the RITESTREAM ecosystem offers fans the chance to crowdfund, engage, watch, and own collectibles in their favorite TV shows and movies, and we know this. So the 5 pillars we know are crowdfund movies and TV shows, engage with cast and crew. We know all that. But here's the staking. So the 5 different levels. So you've got a diamond, you've got a platinum, a gold, a silver, and a bronze, and an NA. So the NA, if you've got less than 500, right. But for me, I think this would have been better. And maybe this is just personal for me because I've got a certain amount of tokens. But it says 500 right. So I'd have put that to 1,000 for bronze, 10,000 silver, 100,000 gold, million platinum, and maybe 10 million diamond that way. But then again, it would exclude people who are in a diamond tier. So, or maybe 5 million, 1 million, 100,000, because I've got just over 100,000 right tokens. So I get into gold, but gold is not quite as beneficial as platinum, and I'll explain why. So some pools have allocation multipliers. Does this affect my tier level? So this is something that people have asked. The first 2 right-only staking pools created on the 31st of January 2024, the 5 million and the 20 million pools, which are now closed, have a 2x allocation multiplier, but no tier multiplier. That means if you staked 25,000 right in any of the 2 pools, we'll count it as 25,000 right in the tier level. So in this case, it would be silver, but in the calculations, we count that as 50,000 right. So only the LP staking has a 4x allocation and tier multiplier. For example, if you stake 25,000 right in the USDT right staking pool, we count it as 100,000 right for both allocation tiers and tier level. This means you'll be effectively on a gold tier. And then it shows you the benefits of each tier. So your minimum of 5 million rights staked, you get 5x multiplier on glimmer drops, full access to RITESTREAM. You get the seed, private, and public sales rounds of the Real World Asset Launchpad, and then special show related sales rounds if available, private and public. The Real World Asset NFT will be required if you need seed in that one. And then you've got your allocations. The 5th pillar is by a special invite, which is the surprise pillar. And then obviously you've got a higher chance of qualifying for weekly NFT and token drops. Platinum, which is the 2nd tier, is the half a million right tokens. Again, you will get into the seed, the private, and the public, which is the one I won't quite qualify for unless I buy a load more right, which at the minute I'm not in a position to do. But again, it's interesting. So tier 3, which is kind of where I'm going to be sitting, you don't get the seed round for the Real World Asset Launchpad. You have to go private and public, which obviously would minimize the X's in the long run, but it is what it is. You have to qualify for whichever one you can qualify without putting yourself in any kind of trouble, of course. Tier 4 is silver, minimum of 5,000. Again, you meet the private and the public sales rounds. And then tier 5 is bronze. Again, you get private and public. And then you've got your no tier, which you'll only get public. But it's still, it's whatever sort of amounts you can afford to put into right event, essentially. So how are seed, private, and public rounds different? So seed round usually has a 30 to 40% discount. The private round has a 15 to 25% discount. So it's quite significant, the difference. So maybe I thought maybe the platinum tier would be 100,000 or more. Unfortunately, I was incorrect, and they've done 500,000 instead. So weighted allocations based on your total rights staked across all pools versus total participation in each sale. Note some staking pools have allocation multipliers. For all other pools, one right staked equals one right. Dealing with pools with allocation multipliers, only 3 pools. The 5 million, the 20 million, and the LP staking pools have special multipliers. Will I get the same allocation if I am, say, on the gold tier with 51,000 staked versus 499,000 staked? No, although both are in the same gold tier. We calculate allocations based on how much right you stake. Therefore, a staker of 499,000 will have a higher allocation versus a 51,000 staker, even though they are both in the same tier. What does liquidity staking have? Why does liquidity staking have a 4x multiplier tier and allocation multiplier? We do this to incentivize the liquidity staking. If I stake 250,000 right in the first 2 pools, which have a 2x allocation multiplier, will I be on the gold tier, minimum 50,000, or platinum tier, minimum 500,000? You'll be on the gold tier because this pool's multiplier is an allocation multiplier and not a tier multiplier. So only the USDT right liquidity staking pools have a 4x multiplier for both allocation and tier levels. How are early stakers rewarded? So early stakers are rewarded for their early participation because we also count the total APY accumulated at that moment in time for all allocation calculations. How about people who create multiple wallets? Will this increase their chance of winning a random NFT or token drop? Chances of winning random NFT token drops does not depend on the number of wallets. It depends on the number of right you stake within your tier. The more you stake, the higher your chance of winning the drop within your tier, which I think that's fair. If I stake in a new pool, will my 180-day lockup period for my first stake right in the second pool, so will it extend their lockup period? No, you will have 2 different lockup terms. The terms are displayed on the staking page, and then it gives you a summary of the staking principles. Staking right gives you benefits across all pillars in the ecosystem. The more right tokens you stake, the more benefits. The more right tokens you stake, the more right you get. Staking 1,000 right in the liquidity pool gives you 4,000 right with the 4x multiplier. Staking 1,000 right in the right-only staking pool gives you 1,000 right. The exception being the pools created on the 31st of January, which results in 2,000 right. The earlier you stake, the more right you get. We also calculate APY accrued. So that's kind of how it's going to look for you people who are staking. I am staking. I did stake, but not as early as perhaps I should have done. Here is RITESTREAM at the minute. It is 5.9% up. Still looking really, really good. Still under a $7.5 million market cap as well, which I think is absolutely crazy, but it is what it is. If we look at the max chart, we know we had the issue with the hack, and they've absolutely rectified that here. And since then, it's been doing really, really well. I'm a huge fan. I'm really, really bullish on it. I think it'll do great things. Obviously, not financial advice. Choose whichever token you want to choose. If you want to have a little bit more of a deeper dive into Rite, there was a video here which was done 2 weeks ago. I think it's more like 3 weeks ago now, though. But it's an exclusive AMA with Riaz Mehta, the co-founder and owner of RITESTREAM. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant human being. If you want to have a listen to his vision behind the project, it's massive. You know, he's really, really, really engaging guy, really good guy, and he knows everything he needs to know about making this an absolute success. So if you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. Really do appreciate it when you guys do that. Comment below what your thoughts are on Rite, and do you think the staking pool for platinum could be 100,000 right instead? But you know, that's just my personal thing because I have 100,000 right. I suppose is what it is. But never mind, maybe I'll get to 500,000 right at some point. So subscriber wise, thank you very much. We're well over 4,100 now. Can we start pushing towards the 5,000 subscriber mark? I believe that we can. Thanks to you guys. You've all been absolutely fantastic. So wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, have an amazing day, have an amazing evening, and I'll try to see you tomorrow, but I'll definitely see you soon. To that.